talk about all the games happen on Friday, December 10th. We got a lot of games. The first game is the Kings. Charlotte Hornets. They always have high scoring games, whatever games they're in. I guess same thing with the Kings. 123, 124. Charlotte got the win. Great. I mean, they've been playing well without their two best players. You could argue. Maybe Gordon Hayward is also up there. LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier. But those guys should be back sometime next week. For the Kings, Terrence Davis was in some foul trouble. Had 5 fouls. He only played 22 minutes. He's a must roster. In just 22 minutes, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 1 3, 3 steals and a block. Like, if he's out there on the waiver wire, for sure, I don't think you would think too much, but also a sell high, right? He's not gonna put up this level of stat every single game, and I don't think this would be sustainable. And again, like Rashawn Holmes was out, they started Alex Len, so Harrison Barnes was a power forward. Like Harrison Barnes naturally should be a small forward, and they would start Matu. So I think the lineup is not. Like, we don't know if Terrence Davis will get 30 minutes moving forward. So I think it's a really good sell high, but obviously if he's out there on the waiver wire, we got to grab him. At the same time, a huge sell high. Harrison Barnes, just the 26 minutes, he's still a hold. The minutes is weird right now, like Tristan Thompson coming getting 20 minutes and Marvin Bagley getting 27. And with Rashawn Holmes out, Devon Mitchell getting 25. This game, Buddy Hield was getting 17, 18 minutes. This game, he got 31. So I think the rotation is just all over the place, but we know Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox are pretty secure on this team. Both had an okay, great game to, 120, high scoring game, good for everybody, especially De'Aaron Fox, 31 points. He missed some crucial free throws in the end, but fantasy wise, really, really good. 80% from the free throw line as well, with five assists and 4 steals. Tyrese Halliburton did a bit of everything, 5 threes. Wow, that's crazy. 7 rebounds, 7 assists. A really good game from Tyrese as well. For the Charlotte Hornets, Cody Martin tried to trade him for anything. He's been playing 40 minutes this week, and he might be better than a top 50 player. We thought, okay, with these guys out, he might be a top 50 player. He's a 26 ranked player. He's a must roster in the short term, a good sell high. Once guys are coming back, he was getting 25, 26 minutes, and the usage is a lot lower as well. A very solid defensive. Same thing with Cal Oubre Jr. Huge sell highs. Miles Bridges, with the key guys out, he played huge minutes, but didn't really do much, I would say, the past 2 games, while Gordon Hayward could still be a sell high. And JT Thorne, James Bouknight, these 2 guys also started getting 25 plus minutes, but I don't think they're really fantasy relevant. We could just leave them all on the waiver wire, and PJ Washington was out this game. Like I said, LaMelo Ball and those guys are going to come back soon. I think all the Charlotte Hornets that could be good sell highs if you can. I think it will be tough to execute. The next game is Dallas Mavericks. Rick Carlisle versus his former team. I don't know if Rick Carlisle, he was placed into the protocol, right? Did he actually coach this game? I'm not 100% sure if he did. But they still got the win. The Mavericks, Doncic, 37 minutes, took 25 shots. He started playing better and better compared to the beginning of the season, right? I think we all know that he's a bit out of shape. 27, 9, and 9 is what we could expect, and his free throws. One big issue with Luka's free throw shooting is that when we get to the end of the game situations, he's so tired, he just start missing those easy free throws. But if he works himself back into the shape, that would help his free throw a little bit as well. Kristaps Porzingis, just the 22 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, but still okay. Dorian Finney played 37 minutes, didn't really do much this game, but he's a good streamer for a little bit threes, a little bit points, a little bit steals, just a little bit everything. It doesn't really hurt you anywhere. And Tim Hardaway Jr. and Jalen Brunson, these 2 guys are consistently coming off the bench and getting 30 minutes, so that's okay. Jalen Brunson had an okay game, just the 1 assist, but I think he's still a hold, while Tim Hardaway Jr. just a points and 3 streamer. Had 3 steals this game, so that's decent enough. And for the Pacers, Chris Duarte, I think he's a must roster. For whatever reason, he only got 25 minutes this game. A lot of the minutes went to Caleb Martin and even, Shea Brissett played 25. So I don't know if Chris Duarte will get 30 I thought he would get 30 minutes consistently now that TJ McConnell is out. But that hasn't been the case. I think he's still a hold. Just I think he's providing solid enough values. Like maybe top 100 guy. Let's see where he is last 2 weeks. He had a game where he 107. So I think it's fine to hold him for now. Sabonis play well. If you want to sell high, like Sabonis, Miles Turner, if you can get eco value back, who knows if they break things up. I think there are more situations where they could get worse than the situation they could get better. So if you can get eco value back for those two guys, I think it makes sense. Both play well. Miles Turner just a one block, but had a double-double. Well, Karis LeVert, wow. I thought he will suck this year because of the back issue. He's been this week, the past couple games, shooting percentage is up, doing a little bit of everything. The defensive stats are back. 2 steals and a block with 4 threes. Really good stuff. While Malcolm Brogdon 12 and 8 and 1 steal. Not the best game, but had an okay. Played all right. Oh shit, Brissett. I think we could stream this guy for some defensive stats and some rebound. He did not miss a shot this game, so it's okay to stream him, I think. Especially if Indiana Pacers got a good schedule. Let's go to the next game. The Brooklyn Nets beat the Atlanta Hawks 113-105. There's some weird things going on this game. If you guys can go on YouTube, just check it out. How KD was playing defense on Trey. I don't know what he's doing. He's also talking trash to some fans. That got recorded as well. But fantasy-wise, really good. 31 points, and they got the win, of course. 1-3, 6 for 7, good efficiency, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and steal and 3 blocks. If KD started getting those defensive numbers, he did miss the back-to-back early this week, but whenever he plays, beast. DeAndre Bembry would start and had committed 4 fouls in 10 minutes. Let's not worry about him. And wow, what a game from Eldridge. The minutes he just played 23 minutes. But 3 steals and 3 blocks. I don't think he's going to do it again this season. It was against the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young, not afraid to give the other team some, 5 steals and 5 blocks a game. He's not afraid to do that. Maybe Eldridge took advantage of that. Great game, probably a sell high. Patty Mills, just a points and 3 streamer. And James Harden, 20 points, 11 assists. I mean, the one thing he's so consistent this year is the assist. So many assists on every game. Now, though defensive stats, 6 turnovers is not great, and missed all 5 of his threes. A sub-average game, a below-average game from Harden, but he has played some huge minutes. And I know Harden, the way he plays, he doesn't really get hurt all that often, but I do worry. He's 32 years old. Let's see if he can. He's still not shooting the ball particularly well for the season, so we'll see if he can turn it around at some point. Ken Thomas, with a lot of guys out, came in and played, but he's not really fantasy relevant. Bruce Brown had a really good game in 20 minutes, but the minutes, ever since his injury, Bembry has gotten the starting job, and he's not getting a lot of minutes, so I think he could be a drop. If we look at the Atlanta Hawks, Timothy Luwawu 0 for 8. I think that we probably don't want to stream him because as we've seen this game, even though the minutes is there, his production is not there. John Collins played well. Well, not the best game, but 20 points, 2 steals, 6 rebounds, 3 assists with some subpar efficiencies is all right. Click Campelas, again, like for both teams against the Nets and the Hawks, right? They give away a lot of steals and blocks, I would say as well. Click Campella took advantage of that, 2 steals and 2 blocks. So Nets collectively got 9 steals while Atlanta got 10. So it's not too crazy. But 9-10 a game is decent. If you give it 9-10, steals a game. Kevin Huerter has been playing pretty well. A must roster, I think. Beginning of the season when he has to share minutes, was getting 20, 25. Now that everybody's out, that makes him a must roster. And he's been playing really well. Last week, this week, averaging close to 20 points a game, hit a bunch of threes, and getting, a little bit assists, rebounds, and defensive stats as well. Trae Young, 31 and 10, 2 steals. A really good game from Trae. 7 turnovers was an issue. But Trae, this season, has been really good. 10 for 27 from the floor this game is not the best. But overall, he has exceeded, a lot of people's expectations, I think. Especially, his field goal has been decent. in the last couple of weeks. We don't know if it's sustainable, of course. Gallinari could be streamed for some points, threes and free throw. The Knicks, the New York Knicks. The next game is the New York Knicks losing to the Raptors. I mean, the Knicks they're not good. Maybe they should get Kemba back into the starting lineup and play him huge minutes. Maybe. Because I don't know, it's not working out. Maybe the eye test tells you that Kemba is not good. But who knows? Like, if they lose games like this, they're the 3-7 in their last 10. If they keep losing games like this, they gotta make some lineup changes, right? RJ had 19 points. 7 for 8 from the free throw line is really good. 2 threes. Not a must roster, I think. Only a streamed guy to me. Julius Randle, 13 points and 14 rebounds with 5 assists and a steal. Only take 9 shots. Inexplicably, he only took 9 shots. Versus, I guess Raptors did a really good job on him. Because they got a lot of long and lengthy young defenders and athletic. Julius Randle might have a hard time versus those guys. Nerlens Noel played 13 minutes while Mitchell Robinson played 18. So a big chunk of this game, they decided to go small, right? Dito's got 33 minutes. Alec Burks getting 12. Alec Burks is still a hold. I don't think we will worry too much, even though when 0 for 7 from the field, that happens. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals is still makes him a must roster and play 36 minutes. That means Tom Thibodeau really love Alec Burks and what he brings. So I think his role on this team is very, very secure. Even who knows, like they might play Kemba minutes. Then it's Derrick Rose and Emmanuel Quigley losing minutes. For now, Alec Burks looks very secure. His minutes on this team. Evan Fournier is a drop. Just to stream, 24 minutes here. While D-Rose, we could stream him for some points and assists and some free throws. Had 33 minutes in this game, while Emmanuel Quigley is, also just to stream. Now that guys are back. He's now getting 30-plus minutes. For the Toronto Raptors, Scotty Bombs. Probably a sell high, I would say. I really like him, I think he's a guy that could bring all the categories. But because Raptors got a lot of injuries, OG's got to be back eventually. Precious Achua, when those two guys come back, I don't know if they would play Scotty Bombs 41 minutes. I don't know. Maybe he's young and Coach Nurse is going to run. Like, Coach Nurse is known to give starters high minutes. But Scotty Bombs has been on a tear lately. I think if you can trade him for top 40 player, I don't think you would think too much. He's a 12th ranked player in the last 2 weeks. Averaging 38 minutes, that's a bit too high. 15 points, sure. 2 threes, that's also really good. 8 rebounds, 3.2, like these numbers look fine, but 1.7 steals and 1.8 blocks is not, I don't think that's sustainable. Yeah. It could be a 1.2 steals guy. And maybe 1.8, 0.9. I think that's more realistic. 1.8 blocks is just too elite. Don't think that's sustainable. Pascal Siakam played horrible. 3 for 18. A good buy low opportunity to me. Is the top 50 player. Chris Boucher got the start again. 27 minutes, and we should continue streaming him until guys come back and he go back to play 10 minutes. Gary Trent Jr., wow. He continues to continue to play well against steals. 3 steals here and 24 points. 5 threes. Very, very good stuff. Fred VanVleet, 3 steals, 11 assists, 17 points. Also decent. Fred VanVleet, I think we didn't really talk about him enough. But 18th ranked player every single year in 9 category leagues. He's just around that top 20 range. From 15 to 25, fluctuate up and down. Give you 20 points, some threes, and 6.5 assists. He can do that, 1.6 steals, yeah. And one big thing about Fred VanVleet is he doesn't turn the ball over. I guess 3.2 is a bit high. Over the years, he's a 2-point-something turnover per game guy. But overall, top 20 player, because mainly the steals and the assists. I think his best category, and a good free throw guy as well, of course. In the season, shooting 85% on 3 attempts. Let's look at the next team, and the bench guys, really not much to talk about. The Milwaukee Bucks played the Houston Rockets. They ended Houston Rockets winning streak. but I don't think the Rockets should feel too bad about that. It took Giannis a 41. Wow, what a game! And Rockets, without Kevin Porter Jr., I guess their turnovers are not that crazy, but collectively they still gave away 11 steals and 8 blocks, led by Giannis. 3 steals, 2 blocks, 17. What a game from Giannis! If you're pounding free throw, he's giving you great value. I think we all know that. If you got him after fifth pick, fifth, sixth, all that, like just really good value. Chris Middleton, just gave a pretty average Chris Middleton. I mean, the efficiency was pretty bad. 5 threes is really good, and he was a plus 20. Bobby Portis, man, he's also a sell high. The defensive stats has been insane lately. That helped his ranking tremendously. Like in on the season, he's averaging a steal and a block, and 44th ranked player. I think, sure, like he could be a top 50, 60 player with Brook Lopez out. We don't know when Brook Lopez is back, but if you cannot get a top 50 guy back, or you could try to do 2-for-1 to get a top 40 guy back, then it's just a hold. Who knows when Lopez? I mean, Lopez could be back very soon, or he could be out. We don't know. He's out indefinitely. He could be back a month from now. We just don't know. Not enough information. But if you picked up, I mean, you most likely picked up Bobby Portis on the waiver wire. Just get a top 40 player. This is really good stuff. Grayson Allen, just 2 threes and a steal. Just a streamer for threes. And Drew Holiday only took 8 shots, but did a bit of everything else. 3 rebounds, 6 for 6 from the free throw line, 7 assists, a steal and a block. Like in category leagues, Drew Holiday's main value coming from the assists, the steals, and the blocks. Right, those are just pretty strong categories. So you shouldn't expect Drew Holiday to score a lot of points or a lot of threes. It's the other stuff. Pat Connaughton, also another guy, playing super well this week. Had 3 steals and 2 blocks here, 16 points. If you can't get him for anything, sure. This game was against the Rockets, so you would, he wouldn't do this every single game. I think we all know that. Just the defensive side really helping his value this week, and I will look to try to see if I can do a 2-for-1 to get anything back. Pat Connaughton in the last 2 weeks, wow. He's ranked 53rd ranked player, so try to see if you can execute a trade like that. And let's look at the Rockets. Garrison Matthews right now is a much faster. I think Coach Silas just loved this guy. I mean, this game he played 39 minutes, had 2 steals and 2 blocks. Wow. Last game versus Harden, he had like 3 steals and a block. This game, 2 steals and blocks versus the Bucks. He's been playing super well. We have to grab him and we have to try to sell him. Right? Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green for sure is gonna mess with his minutes. Try to sell him. Jason Tate, after his explosion last week, hasn't had a great game since. Had 9 assists here is great, and 5 personal fouls. Christian Wood, against the big Milwaukee lineup, put up a decent line, 21 points and 13 rebounds with no defensive stats. And Armani Books, in the short term, we gotta stream this guy too. 21 points and 4 threes and a block. Let's try to stream him. And Eric Gordon, same thing, stream him for some points and threes. Josh Christopher, the guy, given just 13 minutes, he put up, like last game he was 6 for 6. This game also had 7 points and 3 steals, but the playing time is too little. And wow, Emperor Shangun, the 16 minutes, played well, 15 points with 6 for 8 on the field, but 3 for 6 on the free throw line is no good. But man, it's Shangun just not getting the minutes. Even when Christian Wood gets hurt, right? They're gonna start Daniel Theis, and Shangun still won't play over 20 minutes. So Coach Silas just doesn't think he can really help the team win at the moment. What are you gonna do? Let's look at the next game. The next game is the Timberwolves losing to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they are on a roll. They are right now the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference, 6-4 in their last 10. I think they can make the playoff this year. I don't think anybody expect them to play this lineup. Lauren Markkinen, Evan Mobley, and Jerry Allen as the front court. I don't think a lot of people expected that. And not for sure, nobody expected Evan Mobley to be this good. He was in some foul trouble for fouls. 8 rebounds and 2 blocks is 4 for 6 from the field and 11 points is decent. I'll take it. Lauren Marklin plays super well. Just missed one shot, 2 steals, and 19 points. And for threes, I think he's a guy that we could for sure roster. Um, but if he has any good games, I really would try to sell him. He's just inconsistent and doesn't do enough in the other categories, I think. Jared Allen continue his incredible shooting, 9 for 11, 10 rebounds, and steal and 2 blocks. Continue to be a sell high. Try to sell him for top 30. I think he could be a top 50 player very comfortably, and he's not even blocking that many shots yet. If you start blocking those shots, he could be a top 20, 30 player. So don't trade it. Don't try to sell him high for anything less. Right? If you tell me Jared Allen sell him for Bradley Beal, I don't know. I would do that trade, to be honest, even though Beal does have the higher upside. But Allen is the number one. Actually, I don't know. Allen is the number one. I don't know if he's the number one player anymore in 9 categories. Yeah, because LeBron, kind of has taken over. Jared Allen is now the 5th, but still, his ceiling is super crazy, and he's doing it obviously on incredible shooting, his field goal, and 2.1 blocks. Okay, so, he started blocking 75% on 12 attempts. That is crazy. Isaiah Okoro, scored well, shot the ball well, but let's not worry about him in fantasy. Well, Darius Garland, the usage has been a little bit low, in terms of shooting, but getting the assists still, 12 assists here. While Ricky Rubio, man, what's going on? Just the 23 minutes, 8 assists and nothing else. This game, Sadie Osman playing well, so he got more minutes. So the minutes for Ricky Rubio is up and down, depend on, because Sadie Osman comes in and playing really well, takes some of the Ricky Rubio minutes away. So that's concerning. And while Kevin Love in just 22 minutes had 13 rebounds, still in the block, and 18 points. But I don't think we really want to stream Kevin Love. We know that he's going to get 20 minutes. If you want threes and rebounds, sure, you could stream him. But in any other situations, I think probably just leave him on the waiver wire. For the Timberwolves, Torian Prince keeps starting. The Timberwolves like to do this weird thing. I guess some other teams do it too. They would start a playing him 15 minutes, and that's it. That's what happened with Torian Prince. Jared Vanderbilt is a must-roster guy. 8 rebounds, 9 points, 3 steals and block. The defensive stats just kept coming in. Same thing with Cat. 1 steal, 3 blocks, 21 points, 7 rebounds. Just what a beast. Field goal was bad this game, but Cat doesn't hurt you anywhere in fantasy. So if you draft him, I don't think you want to pound either. Don't pound anything. I don't think you want to pound anything. But you could focus on 6 or 7 categories, but there's not one category that say, because I got Cat, I want to pound field goal or free throw, because he's elite in pretty much every category. Anthony Edwards, not the best game, took 17 shots, 13 points, 2 steals and a block, still decent, a good buy low. Patrick Beverley, if he's out there on the waiver wire, you could pick him up, but I don't know if you could go back to what he was doing before the injury. Right? He was getting 2 steals and 2 blocks every single game, while getting 7 assists and 8 rebounds. Right? Those are not sustainable. Malik Beasley, 15 points and 3 threes. Okay game. You could stream him for some threes. Not even points. I think probably won't score enough points. And all the guys are coming back pretty quickly. The next game, we got 3 more games. Detroit Pistons losing to the Pelicans. 2 bad teams. And Pistons won that competition. Sadiq Bey, 2 steals, 11 points, 3 threes. I think it's perfectly fine to let him go. The field goal is so bad, and if he can start grabbing some rebounds, I think we could. And only 28 minutes this game, so I don't know. He was getting consistent 30+ minutes. Now Dwayne Casey is giving some of his minutes away to try Trey Lyles or other guys. Jeremy Grant didn't have a good game offensively, but had 4 blocks. So what a beast. I still think he's a sell high if you can. There's just so many areas that I don't think it will be sustainable, to be honest, for Jeremy Grant. To me, he's a top 60 guy with maybe top 40 upside, top 60, 70. I think his free throw is too high. I think his defensive stats also, averaging 1 block. I guess he could averaging close to 1 block. But yeah. Isaiah Stewart, just the 20 minutes. Due to some matchup reasons, I think he's still a hold because he's been playing well lately, grabbing enough rebounds and blocks for us to say, hey, in category leagues, he's at least useful in those two categories. Pretty useful. Kate Cunningham, field goal is the biggest issue. 4 assists and 3 steals. I don't think we could complain too much. Let's see. Check out Kate's rankings in the last 2 weeks. Feel like he's playing really well. 56 ranked player, yeah. Averaging 21 points, sure. 3 threes, 6 rebounds. The assist is a bit low. 3.3 assists. I think that has something to do with Killian Hayes. I don't expect him to average 5 assists even as long as Killian Hayes is healthy. But 1.5 steals and 0.8 blocks is really good. Maybe he can sustain that. Maybe we'll see. Killian Hayes 6 assists and nothing else. He's an assist and steal streamer. I think we all know that. And all the bench guys we shouldn't be too interested. For the Pelicans, is a great win. Herbert Jones just had 1 block. I think we could have him for some defensive purposes. Brandon Ingram had 2 blocks as well. Anytime he blocks shots, I think it's great. 26 points here with 4 threes. Valanciunas, the minutes is weirdly low. Same thing with Isaiah Stewart, so maybe both teams wanted to go small this game. Valanciunas, solid enough game. Josh Hart did not miss a shot. Wow, Josh Hart really improved his fantasy game. He's grabbing rebounds, as we all know, getting assists. 5 assists here again. He was averaging like 4.4 assists on the season now, I think. Last time I checked. His ranking is not that great in the last 2 weeks. 134th ranked player. Only 4 games, but he's averaging 6 assists in the last 2 weeks. That's crazy. If he can be a 4 assist or 5 assist guy, that really pushes him to top 60, 50 even. Devontae Graham, 9 points for very, very below average game. While Alexander Walker took 18 shots in 22 minutes, had an okay game. For Alexander Walker, I think I still want to hold if I got him, and I just think right now Herbert Jones is getting a lot of minutes. Who knows, right? Nicolas Alexander could start getting 30 to 35 minutes if Zion Williamson comes back, right? If one Zion comes back, they're gonna play Herbert Jones at all that much minutes. They're still finding him some minutes, but the next game is the Lakers beat Oklahoma City. This is a really much needed win for the Lakers. They've been so bad, and it's not exactly they deserve a cookie. They beat this Oklahoma City team. LeBron, super good. 3 steals and 2 blocks, 33 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and 4 threes. I think we got to try to sell LeBron high. I just think he's going to miss games, and I don't think he's playing 30. He played 35 minutes again, and he's getting a lot of defensive stats. It means he's giving an effort, right? Because Lakers defense is pretty bad this year. So I think if LeBron can stay healthy, this is great. This is a great sign. But I think he's old. He's 30. He's gonna turn 37 real soon. Playing like 35 minutes a night. I don't know. I don't know. There's something he could sustain all season. Maybe for a short period of time. That's why you gotta try to sell him. Taylor Horton-Tucker is not a must-roster guy. Had 11 points and a steal. An okay game. Dwight Howard, only streaming him for rebounds and blocks. As we see here, even though he's starting, the minutes is not secure. Avery Bradley, let's forget about him. But he did have 4 steals here, so that's good to see. Russell Westbrook, again, this is the second game in a row now where he scored under 10 digits, where he scored under 10 points. 9 rebounds and 7 assists is fine, but for Russell Westbrook, that's nothing too crazy. I think we got to try to sell Russell Westbrook high, but I think the sell high window might be closed. We got to wait till LeBron gets hurt, I think. Austin Reeves, out of nowhere, played 28 minutes. Had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 3. That's fine, but I don't think he's fantasy relevant at this point. For Oklahoma City Thunder, Lou Dort took 17 shots. Not the greatest. While Darius Bazley had 3 steals. He's been playing fairly well lately, I gotta say. Is he ranked in the last 2 weeks? Let's see. I feel like he's been playing decent. Yep, he is ranked. So, 104th ranked player. Averaging just the 7 points in 24 minutes, but the 1.8 steals and 1 block. And efficiency has been okay for him. So I think this is great sign. He's got to limit his shot attempts and focus on doing other stuff. That would make him a good fantasy player. I think I'm ready to get hurt again. If you want to pick him up for defensive stats and rebounds, I don't think that would be such a bad idea, even though the minutes has been low. Josh Giddey and Shea both went 5 for 12 on the field. Both had an okay, Shea had a below average game, but Giddey this is good. Missed all his threes, but 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 12 points, and it still is decent. A must roster guy. Let's talk about the last game of the night. Phoenix Suns, they don't even need Devin Booker. They're getting wings. Celtics, I thought that without Jalen Brown, they were playing quite well the first couple games. And then now they start losing games left and right. Jason Tatum, 24 points, 7 rebounds. An okay game. Yeah, Al Horford. This is what Al Horford does, right? He took 8 shots, had 9 points, no worries. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal and a block with 0 turnovers. 5 for 6 from the free throw line. This is the value for Al Horford. He won't hurt you anywhere and can get you a bit of everything. That makes him a top 50 player. Robert Williams, 2 blocks. The minutes is low. Is kept low for whatever reason. I think he's probably a good buy low. It depends because he mainly brings the field goal, the blocks, and the rebound, big man stats. So, hey, if you try to trade him, somebody that you can trade away a guard, try to get him to improve your team's field goal blocks. I mean, he should be blocking 2 shots a game, I think. So I think a good buy low. Marcus Smart went 1 for 13, no worries. Had 2 steals. He'll bounce back. He'll be better than this, I think. Dennis Schroeder, without Jalen Brown, not the best game here. I mean, collectively, Celtics didn't play so well. They only scored 90 points, while the Phoenix Suns played. A lot of people played well. Mikal Bridges, 14 points, 2 for 2 from the 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw, 5 for 9 from the field. Overall a decent game. Jay Crowder, wow, 9 rebounds, a steal and a block, 16 points. And good efficiency, had 4 threes. That's why we love to stream this guy. He'll give you this. Don't think he's a must roster. With DeAndre Ayton out, every time he's out, I think JaVale McGee becomes an automatic stream. If you need some big man stats, give you exactly that. Good field goal. Even 20 points, 21 points, even 15 rebounds and 2 blocks. Chris Paul, with Devin Booker out, he's still doing that facilitation role. 12 assists here. Him and Harden clear number 1 and 2, and I think he probably he's gonna win the assist leader of this year. 1 steal and 2 blocks is also pretty good. Cameron Johnson came in and played 30 minutes. We could stream him. He won't hurt you anywhere. Yeah, and that's it, guys. That's all the games. I will see you tomorrow.